Hi, everyone. I can see I've got 2 people on. Let me just check who's on. Let's get a chat going. Hang on. Here we go. Can you drop your name as a comment? Just so I know who's there. It'd be lovely to know. Okay, we'll give this a couple of minutes. It's only 55, so we'll give it a couple of minutes. Wait till about 2 and then we'll get started. So I've got some interesting stuff today. Oh, hey, Carmel. I think Jude's on as well, but I can't see Jude's comments. If you signed in as a guest, I don't know if you can comment. But if there's any way you can let me know you're on, it'd be great to just see who's on. So we'll get started in a few minutes. Hello. Hello. Who are you up there? Another couple of minutes, guys, and we'll get started. I might have to look after my cat at some stage and put him out if he gets in the way. So far, he's just sitting there watching. So today we'll start with an anti-aging sequence. Hopefully you can all hear me. Carmel, if you can hear me, just let me know, because I have no way of testing this sound otherwise. Hopefully it's clear and hopefully the sound is clear. But we'll start with an anti-aging flow, and I've only tried this a couple of times, so I think it'll be good to share it all together and we'll see. It's a little bit challenging, but it's really good for anti-aging because it just keeps your spine really flexible. You get to do all your twists and bends. Okay, yeah. Is that a bit better? Hopefully that's a bit better. Okay, so we do a couple of twists and bends, a bit of the spine flexibility, which basically that's what keeps you young and supple and flexible. So it's really important. Thanks, Carl. So we'll start with that. We'll do a couple of those new pieces that you've never done before, and that will be the anti-aging sequence. And then after that, we move into just a full body flow. So a couple of moves that you're very familiar with. All of it easy enough, but just enjoyable. So just get into it and just play with it as we go. Okay, so it's just 2 o'clock gone now, so I'll get started. Okay. So we start with, first of all, feet planted apart, hip width apart, and then we start in mountain pose. So mountain pose means your feet are hip width apart and hands by your side, Tadasana. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a couple of jacks. So as you inhale, we jump. I'll just show you one before we start. So inhale and clap your hands. And then when you exhale, bring them back to your side. Okay, so we'll do about 8 of those just to get the blood pumping. My yoga on here. Get our blood pumping, get us moving a wee bit. And then once we've done that, we move through the anti-aging. So this is the first stage of just getting the blood moving. So as you inhale, let's jump and clap your hands above your head. Sorry, let me clap out. Okay, so get started. So big inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Let's do the last 2 quite fast. Okay, cool. So now we're going to go into a mountain pose variation. So what we do is basically clasp your hands behind your back and pull your shoulders back, open your chest, really pull the rib cage open. So clasp your hands and pull, 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 pull. Feel that opening of the chest. And then what we're going to do is push your chin to your chest. And I'll show you from the side so you can see how this looks before we do it. Chin to your chest. Keep your gaze up. So your eyes are always looking up, but your chin is stuck down. And then push your back like that. And push your arms out as you go. Like this. Okay? So give it a wee go. See how you feel. It'll be a little bit interesting the first time you do it. Again, like most things in yoga, it's not as easy as it looks. Because you're back bending and also you're opening your chest at the same time. So remember, there's a couple of things to remember. Pull your arms back as you drop. Drop back. Tuck your chin and keep gazing upwards. Let's hold for about 4 breaths. Excellent. And then just to reverse that, go down, down, down into the forward fold and just hang in there for a little while. Let your head drop. And then we stand up again and we'll stay with the left side. Or we'll try this, this whole sequence on our left first and then we'll go to the right after. So on your left leg, this is called the toppling tree. Typical pose. It's a focus and balance pose as well, but also very good. So again, find that point of focus in front of you, just to show you. A little bit like Nataraja or dancer. Your foot up. So clasp your hands again behind you, lift them up, and then drop your leg up, 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 up as far as you can go. Right, so let's try that. First, just have a go, try it again. Like most things, we're not gonna push it too far because this is the first time we're doing it. Just go as high as you can go, maybe even go halfway up. You start to feel that in your arms as well, in the muscles in your arms, you're really lengthening them. So pull your arms back, push your chest out, drop down where your tummy is nearly touching your thigh. Push your back leg up. And try and stay as long as you can. Try and do this for 4 breaths, okay? So again, be patient with yourself. Don't judge yourself, even if you fall out of it, that's okay. Here is to try and focus on your breath and your flow. Good stuff. And straight from here, staying on the left, we're going to go into monkey pose. So monkey pose is your left leg goes forward and your right leg drops back behind you, flat onto the ground. I'll show you from the front and then I'll show you from the back as well. And then you go into a big stretch where there's a big wide space between the front and the back leg. And then as you inhale, reach your left arm back and push it as high up your back as you can and clasp it with your right hand. Okay, so you get a bind and then push forward and look up. 4 breaths here. And gently come out of that. And then while we're still, sorry, I shouldn't have got up there. While we're down, still with your left leg in front, we're going to do the revolved side angle. So what we do here is keep your left leg as if it's a 90-degree angle to the ground. And then you have a square that forms, let me show you from the side here. You have a square that forms with that shape. And then take your right arm, I think we've done this one before. Take your right arm, place it on your left knee, and then clasp your hands in prayer and revolve. Look up to the sky. Let's hold this for 8 breaths. Then give yourself a little twist and we're back to our feet. Get your breath back, stand in Tadasana. Long breaths here. So we center ourselves again and then we start on the right side. That's 3 breaths. Now we'll go into our jacks again. So again, 8 jacks this time. So remember, when you inhale, we jump up, do your jack and clap your hands at the top. When you exhale, bring them down. Okay. Okay. And we'll go straight into our mountain pose variation from here. So remember, this is clasp your hands behind you, pull your arms back, open your chest, drop your chin to your chest, but continue to hold your gaze up. Keep looking up, but drop your chin to your chest, and then pull your arms back. Put your back in. Continue to look up at the ceiling. Also clasp your butt cheeks. If you find you squeeze your butt cheeks, it does get easier. 4 breaths there. Okay. And now we'll go into our toppling tree, but this time on the right side. Very deep breath. And exhale. You know what's coming here. This time we're going to be on our right foot. So find that point of focus in front of you. Take your time. Palms come behind you and clasp. And then you drop, drop, drop until your thigh hits your knee. Okay, and then straight from that, you were on your right leg. So we go into monkey pose. So monkey pose here, right leg comes forward, left leg sits way back into a full lunge, you're opening that full hip out. So give yourself a second to do that while you open that hip. Okay, and then inhale as you reach your right arm behind you. Bring it as far up your back as you can, and then find your fingers with your left hand. Drop forward, look up. 4 breaths here. Then while you're still here, all you do is make that square with your legs, and take your left arm, plant it on your right knee, fold your hands, and look up to the ceiling. Deep breaths here. And then we come out of that. And we're back in mountain. So feet are hip width apart. So that was our anti-aging sequence. Typically, if we were focusing on anti-aging, we would just do 2 full sessions of that. But we're going into our full body flow now because we want to work the entire body and do some of the other comforting sequences that we're used to and love. So we'll start with, just before we get into this next part of the sequence, let's do our garland, because I know we've done the monkey pose and we opened up our hips a bit, but let's just do that a little bit more because you'll see it'll help. We're going to do a few lizards and pigeons as we go along. So feet come a wee bit wider. The wider it is, the easier it is. So feet come a wee bit wider, as wide as you feel comfortable. Feet point outwards. Big inhale and drop into your garland. Then use your elbows to push your knees. Open up your knees. Drop your tailbone to the ground. Lift your chest. Lifting your chest. Let's hold this for another 30 seconds. Nearly there. 20 seconds. Chest. Breathe into those areas where it's opening up a wee bit. And then plant your hands and push yourself up. Loosen up those hips. Feel that a bit in your back as well. That's really, really good for your back. Lower back especially, if you've got back problems. Okay, so now we're going to go through our sequence. Start in mountain. I'm just going back a bit because we're going to do our forward fold and then straight into our first down dog for the day. So big inhale, Sun salutation. Look up to your hands, bring your hands down as you exhale. Do another sun salutation. In the next one, add your mini back bend if you want. And then exhale as you drop down, forward fold. First time your head is below your heart, so let your head really drop down here. No blood rushing into the brain. Let your head hang here. And drop down as far as you can. Your face should be nearly touching your thighs. Let your arms hang heavy, head hang heavy. Side to side if you want. Get it overhang loose for a second here. Remember not to fold your head or clench your head in any way for your neck. Important to just hang heavy here. Couple of breaths here. And then on the next inhale, go into our down dog. Hands forward. And your hands up. Move those back legs. Pull them out as you loosen the hamstrings today. Then when you feel better, lift it up. Come to the still position. Keep your head hang loose. Remember, butt goes up in the air. As you push your butt up in the air, you feel that hamstring stretch. You feel the stretch in your butt, in your glutes, in your thighs, all the way down to your calves. Opens up the entire back. More breaths here. And push your head behind your shoulders. Looking back. Then on the next inhale, the right leg's going to come forward for our right lunge. And then we're going to go into our warrior one. So inhale as you lift up. Remember, lots of room between the front and the back will give you more balance. And then reach your arms up. As you inhale, exhale, pull the energy down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, pull the energy down. One more time. Inhale and then exhale. Always look fabulous. Inhale and then we drop down. So drop down to your back knee. And then we'll do our hamstring stretch. So then push your butt back. As you lean forward, make your toes active. Point your feet to the sky, your toes to the sky. And then feel that hamstring stretch. Put your feet in your hand if you want. And then what we'll do from here is just move yourself forward, your back on the front. Place both your hands on the inside part of your foot, heel toe out, drop onto the knife edge of your foot, and we're in lizard. So again, push that leg out as much as you can. If you want to push it with your hand, you can do, just to give yourself a hand. Open up that hip. And breathe into the faces. Feel they're opening. And from here we go into pigeon. So bring your heel in a wee bit, and then drop your shin down to the ground. Drop your pubic bone onto your heel as you drop down. Now again, go as far as you want to go. Don't push it too far. If you feel like this is good enough, then stay here. If you can, go onto your forearms. And if you can feel or you want a bit more, then you can rest your forehead on your hands. Let's hold this for a minute. Really feel this. You're tapping your the left butt cheek. Really feel this on the front of your thigh. Also on the right thigh, you probably feel it. A pull opening up your hip. So this is a really restorative pose as well. Really relaxing, allowing everything to flow. And there's an important reason why we hold this pose for so long. It's so that we give everything a chance to really open, rather than rushing through and only doing 2 or 3 breaths here. It's good to hold this one for a period of time. Let the lymph flow, let the blood flow here. Not that way. Okay, so coming out of pigeon, instead of going back to mountain, we just go back into our down dog. Come with the left leg. If you want, you can open up that hip. You feel that because of what you've just done with your pigeon. So just shake it out a bit. Let's do a quick chaturanga to just flush everything out. So inhale to plank. And then exhale slowly. Inhale to cobra. And then exhale back to down dog. Fantastic. Let your head hang heavy here again. Then on the next inhale, bring your left leg forward. Remember, loads of space between the right and the left leg. Both front and back and left to right. And then on the next inhale, we reach up. Inhale, and then exhale, bring the energy down. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. One more. Inhale. And now from this, we go straight into our hamstring stretch. So drop your back leg down and then push back, 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 back. So you feel that stretch in your hamstring. Keep your feet active, toes are pointing up. Really feel that leg. Breathe into the space where you think that those calves are tight, that hamstring's tight. Breath here. And then from here we'll go into lizard. So while your left leg's still in front, plant your arms on the inside of your left foot, and then heel toe out, drop onto your knife edge of your foot, and then try and push your foot, the right leg back. You really open that hip up. Push the leg away if you can. Really enjoy this stretch. Open up that hip. And then from here, bring your left knee in, drop your shin down to the mat, and drop your pubic bone onto your heel as you drop forward into your pigeon. So this time again, let's do this for a minute. Just go as far as you feel here. You shouldn't have anything pulling or any sharp pulls or any sharp pains. If you feel anything like that, just come out of it. I'm going to fast, but it should be fine. Tighten your butt, your right butt cheek. After stretch. Breaths here. Fast. Come out of that. Back into our down dog. Here, just to open up that right leg. Take your right leg and draw big circles with your knee. Open up that right hip. So keep that stretch. Turn your back and down dog. Let's do a chaturanga to flush that out again. So big inhale. Plank. Exhale. Take your time as you go to the floor. Inhale to a back bend. Let's stay in this back bend for just a tad longer. Tighten your butt cheeks as you strengthen your back here. Look forwards. And then back to down dog. And then again, take another inhale to plank. And exhale straight down to the mat. When you're on the mat, let's do Sphinx. So plant your hands on the mat beside you, beside your face, and then on your forearms actually, and move them a wee bit further forward, and then here. Stay in this position. You can bring your forearms in a bit more to lean, but this is basically you again in a mini back bend. We're doing a lot of back bends today. Started out with that mountain pose variation in the anti-aging sequence. And then of course we do our cobra, monkey pose, down dogs. We all have back bends. So really good for your flexibility. And then release this one. And then push your hands beside you. Inhale. And then as you exhale, push the ground away to a full reverse downward dog. And then push all the way up back to the down dog. Push it up in the air as high as you can. Let's hold here. And then either walk or hop to the top of your mat. Slowly inhale as you come to flat back. Look forward and then exhale down to the ground. And then slowly inhale all the way up. Forearms. And hands. Yes. So that's our second sequence. Now we go into our third sequence, which is we do a few warriors, triangle, all that stuff that you do well. But again, this time working, instead of doing back bend so much, we work a lot on our legs now and strengthening those legs, which is so important, right? Especially the upper leg, upper part of your leg, your glutes and your thighs, which support your back. So really good to strengthen those areas because again, insurance for our engage. So we'll come straight into Warrior 2 now. So those who, I'm sure everybody knows Warrior 2 now. So let's go for the right side first. So point your right foot towards the right hand side, and then make sure that your right heel is in line with the arch of your left foot. Drop down into your lunge, and then open up those arms. Make sure those arms are parallel to the ground. And let's take about 6 breaths here. And then drop your arm to the front, the right arm to your knee, and open up that chest. Look up at the ceiling. Another few breaths. And then we're going to go into our triangle. So bring your feet pointing forwards, and then inhale, lift your arms parallel to the ground as you drop down. So move your hips and then drop down as far as you can go, either halfway up your leg, down to the bottom of your leg, to the ground, whatever feels comfortable for you today, and whatever feels good, more importantly. And open your chest to the sky. And here. And then for a little bit more, let's try and do the bounded triangle, which we tried a couple of weeks ago. So right arm goes in through the front of your leg. Left arm comes to join it behind, take a bind, and look up to the sky. Let's hold for 3. Come out of that. Give yourself a little window. Put everything up. And then we go into the left side. So now we're in left warrior. So drop down to your left. Left heel is in line with the right arch. As you drop down, open up your arms. Make sure your arms are parallel to the ground. And look out over the fingers of the arm in front of you. We come out of that. Or you can stay in your lunge, sorry. And then drop your left elbow onto your left knee and open up that chest. Look up at the ceiling, got 5 breaths here. Then we come out of that, straighten your feet, both feet pointing forward, and then we go into our triangle here. So arms come out wide. Inhale. And as you exhale, drop. Actually, make sure that you're doing your hip thing. And then drop down into your triangle. Open your chest. Don't try not to collapse into it. Keep lifting your chest. Try and point at the ceiling. And then let's go for our bungee triangle. Let's try to. So left arm goes behind you, right arm catches it from the back, goes your bind, and then look up at the ceiling or look up at the floor. 2 breaths. And then you come right up. Really, really good. And then you come to standing. Since we've done so many back bends today, I thought, how can we not do the mother of all back bends, which is our camel. So let's take a camel before we go into that. Okay. So while kneeling down, since we've warmed up our spines enough, it shouldn't be too hard now. So again, drop down onto your ankles as you fall. So take a big inhale and then exhale. Forward. And take a child's pose. Reverse that. So child's pose, for those of you who haven't done it before, heels together at the back, push your hips back, drop your forehead to the mat. And then raise. And then while we're on the mat, come to your lotus position. So come to your seated position. So one leg comes in and the other one crosses over as we sit up tall. And come to a place of stillness. Spine is long and tall. And you can go for, I just feel like the focus mudra today. So just pick the one you want. So you can sit in that mudra for a few breaths. So big inhale, long inhales through the nose. And slow, longer releases. Actually about this whole pandemic that's on the planet is breathing exercises really do seem to help, really seem to prevent any kind of infection taking hold, as it keeps the oxygen flowing strong, keeps your lungs strong. Even if you practice this pranayama, which is the breath, once in the morning and once in the evening, fill your lungs and then hold. And then slowly exhale. I try and get about 10 counts or 10 to 12 counts on the exhale and see how many you can get. With 8 or 9 and then hold the top. And then slow release. Pursue your lips also as you release. Inhale again. Down, top, and exhale. and exhale. Really good. Let's do our twists now. So left arm comes behind you, pushes you up. Right arm reaches up as you inhale. And then exhale as you push your right and left knee away. Back behind you. 5 breaths here. Pushing your back, the hand behind you, keep pushing them up so that your spine stays long and long. And then really slowly come to the back, no sudden movements or do it. Give your spine a little wiggle. And then put your right arm behind you, prop yourself up. And then inhale. As you push your right knee away, glance behind you to the right side. And try and look behind you. Hold the fist. Okay. And then we come out of that. Again, twist a little bit. Let's go for open legs this time. The legs should be in a V and the toes are active. And then again, make sure that your core is tucked in, spine is long and tall. And then as you inhale, drop down to the left side. As you exhale. See how far you can go and make those legs as wide as you can. And then gently come out of that and we go on to the right side now. Big inhale, sit up tall again, and then drop down as you exhale. And then we slowly come out of that. Bring your feet together. And then we're going to go into the forward fold straight ahead. So this is the same as your forward fold when you're standing. The only difference is you've got the ground beneath you now, which is actually preventing you from bending your knees. So this actually helps. So again, try not to collapse. Try and keep yourself tall. Inhale as you drop forward. Keep the knees taut. Let's see if we can go deeper. Slowly release every breath. Again, no sudden movements in case you hurt your back. And then from here we go into our happy baby. So you can lie back or move the mat this way. So let's go into our happy baby.
So arms reach out, touch the knife edges of your feet, and then just rock left to right slowly. Again. Just drop your knees to the ground. Plant, keep your knees up. Sorry, not to the ground yet. Keep your knees up, feet to the ground. Arms come out wide, palms facing down, and then drop both your knees gently without lifting your shoulders. Drop your knees left. So you can full twist. And then inhale in the middle. And then exhale, drop your knees. Then we're going to end with either Shavasana, but today with choice. You can either end with Shavasana, which is your heels are as wide as your mat, arms are out by your side, palms facing up, or sit up and do your Nadi Shuddhi, which is your breathing. So remember we did this about a month ago in our first session when we were doing it on Facebook. And this is where you collapse your ring finger and middle finger and just use your middle finger and your pointer, your index finger, collapse those. Your little finger and your index finger, use them, keep them pointed up. And then with your thumb, block one side of one of the nostrils, in and out. And then you use the other two fingers to block the other side. Breathe in and out with the other nostril. So you can either do Nadi Shuddhi or you could do your Shavasana, whatever you prefer. We'll do both for whichever one you pick for a full 3 minutes. So let's start. Okay. In Shavasana, slowly come out of that. Slowly wiggle your hands and feet. Look back. Then bring your hands together. Give yourself a full body stretch. Bring your feet together. Big inhale. And then release everything as you exhale. And then bring your feet up to your chest. Give yourself a big hug. Hug your knees. Rock side to side a few times. Rock forward and back. And then rock and roll your way up to seated position. And then when you're in seated position, let's all just thank each other. I'm particularly thankful to everybody for joining today. I think it's been about a month since we've been in isolation now. And it's just lovely practicing with other people. So I hope everybody enjoyed today's session. And continue to take care of yourselves and come back to these moments of peace and calm whenever you want. Big arms, and then hands to prayer. Thank you all for your practice. Thank you.